Pretty big news, ladies and gentlemen. Raheem Mostert is not going to be playing against the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, neither is Jalen Waddle, so you have the Miami Dolphins going from an offense that's one of the most exciting offenses in the NFL to now losing some key weapons. And while that's a good thing in that you will have a little more concentration of targets and touches for the overall top guys, at the same time, it's going to be pretty damn bad if you were looking at what we should project out for this Dolphins offense, where right now they are sitting with the lowest implied team total that they've had all season. A lot of that has to do with the tough matchup that you have going up against Baltimore as well. But now that you have no Mostert, obviously Tyreek was already a must-start guy with no Waddle, but I would say that you are probably having to throw Devon Achane into the group of being a must-start player as well. I mean, at least in my mind, it would be difficult to get away from benching Achane. While, yes, this is a situation in that you can make an argument, well, Mason is going to be a running back by committee anyway. Mason, it's not like Achane's going to get all the touches, and that's true. I 100% agree. But if Achane is able to see 60-70% of the touches in Miami, that'd be the first time we've seen that all year. He's been hyper productive even without that workload. So Devon Achane will be a must-start guy in my mind. Couple other updates that we have here. Cole Kmet is going to be active for week 17. Michael Pittman is active for week 17. Kyler Murray is active for week 17. Josh Jacobs is not active. He is going to be missing. Sam Howell will be starting for the Washington Commanders, which is maybe a little bit better if you're wanting to start the receivers in this offense. Jalen Waddle, obviously out, but expected back for the playoffs. Alvin Kamara will be good to go. Zay Jones will be out. Jamar Chase looks like he will be playing, but we don't have confirmation. Chase is trending in the right direction, but it's not like Jamar Chase has been cleared. So it really does come down to your situation on if you plan on starting Jamar Chase, of what the other options would be, right? What your backup play is if Chase isn't good to go. But I think that should be almost about it for the injury updates. We should get a few more just in the next coming minutes with actives, inactives reports coming out. But let me go ahead and pull up some of these questions that we have. And I want to remind you, if you have not done so already, please go down there, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. This will probably be the last Sunday morning live stream that we've had all season. I mean, we live streamed for like 250 days in a row this year. So if you're not hitting a like button on this, I don't know what you are doing. And also, if you want to get us a Christmas present, if you want to get us a holiday present, the best thing that you could do is take advantage of what Underdog hooked y'all up with for championship week. More than less than half a total yard for Patrick Mahomes. More than less than half a total yard for Jordan Love. If you use promo code FLOCK, you are going to get both those special pick'ems on Underdog Fantasy. Plus, you are going to be getting our Dynasty Fantasy Football rankings and a 100% deposit match with promo code FLOCK. Last but not least, Flock meetup coming soon. 2 weeks from now, Saturday, January 13th in Austin, Texas, Zilker Park. Obviously completely free. Hope that you can make it. Hope that we can talk some football. But let's go ahead. Vincent, happy to see you, my friend, says, hey, brother, happy new year. Maybe take a day off in 2024. I don't know if you saw me talk about this in a live stream a couple days back, my man, but I took December 26th off, which was the first day that we took off in God knows how long. I didn't record a video. I didn't live stream. I didn't even have any meetings for flockfantasy.com. I just took the day off in its entirety, which was maybe the first time that we've done that in, I don't know, 8-9 months. And oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But anyway, you're saying it. Pick 2 PBR. Higgins, Thielen, Edwards, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Lamb. Okay, hell yes. Let's go. We already had Lamb and St. Brown, so we just need to chase high floor. Probably going to go ahead and play T. Higgins and Gus Edwards. Edwards would be a little bit less exciting if it wasn't for the fact that we already had the explosion from Lamb and St. Brown, where we really are just chasing the highest floor possible. But, ooh, I need to remember. I can't move that window. But Matthew coming out saying, have to make some flex calls. Can you rank the following 1, 2, 3? Metcalf, H, and Zamir. I'm going to be going HN1 now that you have no Raheem Mostert. I'm going to be going Zamir 2 and Metcalf 3. I do think that Metcalf probably has higher ceiling than Zamir, but I think Zamir gives you the higher floor. Now, Samuel says, PBR, Pittman versus Debo. We're going to go, it's damn close. If you look at the matchup that you have for Debo Samuel, it's just beautiful here going up against Washington. And we probably go Debo, but it's close. And the Kamara versus HN versus Barkley. I probably go with Barkley. This one's close as well. If HN had a better matchup where it wasn't the Baltimore Ravens, we would go HN. But it's a tough matchup. Matthew says, pick one, Ridley, Higgins, or London. I'm going to be going with T. Higgins, my friend. Michael says, PBR, pick 2 running backs in a flex. Pacheco, Zamir, Chandler, Brian Robinson, Aaron Jones. I'm going to be going with Zamir, Pacheco, Jones. If Pacheco does not play, we'll pivot to Brian Robinson. And then Kyler or Carr, give me Kyler. Everett or Juwan, give me Everett. And then is Noah Brown an upside play? I'd probably rather play someone like Zamir White over Noah Brown. But, I mean, Noah Brown definitely has upside now that you have CJ Stroud good to go here. Now, the Notorious One says, should we play Zeke, Connor, or Zamir in the flex? I'm going to go with Ezekiel Elliott, where we've seen the large sample of him commanding volume. Now, Rick says, have BBR pick 2 flex spots. Gus, Brian Robinson, Demarcus Robinson, Ingram, Greg Dortch. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to be going with Gus and Brian Robinson for the 2 running backs that have the guaranteed workloads. Obviously, Gus is just more appealing now that you have the Keaton Mitchell injury. Now, Gilbert says, played against Lamb, but we have CMC. Who to start, Kyler or Tua? I'm going to go, oh, it's so tough. 4-point passing touchdown format, give me Kyler just because we have some rushing upside. Tua is going to be in a world of pain here with no Waddle and at the same time, horrible matchup. Alexa says, pick 3, Edwards, HN, Pittman, Ridley. We're going to be benching Edwards if it's a full PBR league. If it's a non-PBR league, we'll bench Ridley. Dave says, PBR, choose 2 flex. Chase, HN, Jones, Henry, Chandler. We're going to go Chase and HN. If Chase isn't good to go, we're going to pivot to Jones. Nervous about Chase, but we'd play Jones over him probably. Good luck in the finals. Good luck, my friend. And yeah, like I said, I think you can pivot to Jones if you are really worried about Chase. But definitely play HN now that you have no Mostert. Matthew says, Bears, Seahawks, or Colts defense. We're going to go ahead. I think we're going to be taking the Chicago Bears. Kincaid, Jonnu, or Juwan at tight ends. I'm going to be going Kincaid, but it is close. So Barkley says, Mason, let's win this thing. Jeff Wilson Jr. and Chuba Hubbard to the flex. I'm going to go with Chuba Hubbard. Need 1 receiver. Samuel Dobbs, Shaheed. Thanks for everything this year. No, thank you. If that is Curtis Samuel, I'm going to go Romeo Dobbs. If that's Debo Samuel, we're obviously taking Debo. Now, Phoenix Lance out again says, Happy New Year, Mason. Wanted to revisit my question from last night in light of the Mostert news. Do we continue going with the guaranteed volume of Henry, Singletary, or do we bench 1 for HN? So I know you're in a very comfortable spot. I remember that you have a big lead here, my friend. I would say I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Devon HN over Derrick Henry. We've seen Henry have a low floor as well. And now you can say that HN has the guaranteed touches with no Raheem Mostert. So they're kind of in a similar boat, but I think HN is just a better player. So I'm going to go ahead. I will take Devon HN at this point. Now, Jay Dollarsign says, PBR, need a running back in a flex. Pittman, Nico, HN, Zeke. Already have St. Brown points. Rest of the squad is Lamar, Bijan, AJ Brown, and McBride. I think I'm going to take Pittman at the flex spot, and then at running back between HN and Zeke, it's completely up to you. I think that HN gives you the higher ceiling. Ezekiel gives you the higher floor. So it really is what you're looking for between those 2 guys. Tim says, Tua or Kyler in a 4-point. I honestly am going to go ahead. I'm going to take Kyler. It's disgusting, but Kyler can be bad from a real life perspective and still be okay in fantasy if he gives you the rushing upside. Brashawn says, Debo or Olave the flex. We're going to go Debo, 31.5 point implied team total right now for the Washington Commanders. Hard to get away from Debo here. Now, GLM says, hey man, Zamir, Higgins, or Flowers. We're going to go with Zamir. And then the Colts or Rams defense. I think we're going to take the Rams defense going up against Tyrod. Now, John says, we lost Hawkinson last week. Need to start one of these guys. Schultz, Waller, Everett. Appreciate you, brother. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. With no Tank Dell and CJ Stroud now fully good to go, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to play Dalton Schultz. Very excited about Schultz at this point. Dude Jazzy Jeff says, need 2 receivers, a running back, and a flex in a half PPR format. Thanks Debo Puka, Devonta, Zamir Achane, and Jamal. So Kamara's good to go. Jamal's not too appealing for us here. We're going to be going with Debo Puka, wide receiver. And then for the flex and AppBR league, give me Achane. Now, Ben says, full BBR championship. We have CMC, pick an RB2 and a flex out of Bijan, Achane, Zamir, Zeke, Devonta Smith. I'm going to go Bijan at RB2. And then for that other slot, I think it's going to come down to either Achane or Ezekiel Elliott. I think Zeke gives you the higher floor. I think Achane gives you the higher ceiling. So I wouldn't fault you if you wanted to go with either one of those guys, really just what you're looking for. WB says full BBR defense help. Denver, Los Angeles, Bears, Raiders, we need upside. I'm going to go with the Denver defense in that instance, where we saw the Chargers just completely collapse 2 weeks ago. Now they have no Keenan. They have no Palmer. You have the Chargers from one of the lowest implied team totals in the NFL. I think the Denver defense is in a good spot. Now, Mike says, pick a running back, wide receiver, and a flex between JT, Jefferson, Adams, Rice, Ty, and Connor. I'm going to go with JT, Jefferson, and Rice. JT, Jefferson, and Rice here, my friend. Now, Blake says, hey, Mason, happy BR pick 2. Adams, Jaden Reed, and Zay Flowers. I think we're going to be going with Adams and Zay Flowers, with Flowers being good to go and the fact that you have no Mark Andrews. I will say, obviously, Reed appealing as well. Now, Car Guy says, Mostert, L, only Addison or the waiver wire, and then are we going to go Browning or Carr? I'd probably go Browning if Chase plays. They're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have no other option. And then I will take Addison. So Addison is supposed to play this week. Am I super excited to play him? Probably not. I think we can here. Okay. Now, Car Guy says, I'm sorry, Big Route says Zeke or Chandler to stay in the league. I'm going to go Ezekiel Elliott. Not too close for me there. Now, WB says Stafford or Carr. Give me Stafford. Opponent is Puka, and we have Olave. We need upside. I mean, obviously, you'd maybe have a little more upside if you were to go through and get the stack. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to tell you to, oh, just chase the correlation, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you just make a significantly worse call where you didn't have to, if that makes sense. So I'm playing Stafford. Cameron says, start 1, Noah Brown, Tajee, Jeff Wilson, Deontay, Gabe Davis, JSN. I'm going to be going with JSN in a full PPR format. And then we'll go Everett at tight end. Pretty excited about Everett under the circumstances where you have no Keenan, where you have no Palmer. And obviously, Quentin Johnston is just an absolute bomb at this point. Now, Gerald says, please start 2. Zamir, Derrick Henry, Ty Chandler. We have CMC as our must start. I'm going to go with Zamir and Derrick Henry. Not super excited about Ty Chandler this week, if I'm going to be honest with you. Not really excited about Ty. But Dylan says, Happy New Year. Full BBR, Haller Bijan for my last running back slot. My friend, I have bad news for you. If it did not play Breece Hall, it is too late. Breece Hall played on Thursday. Now, it's a weird world where we can still start him. I think Breece Hall outscores Bijan Robinson this week. But weather in Chicago has me worried. Thanks again for all the help this season and looking to go for back-to-back ships. Yeah. Wishing you the best of luck. Hopefully there is some miscommunication here. But yeah, Breece Hall played on Thursday. Terry says, we need a running back and a flex. Bijan, Eckler, Zamir, Metcalf. I'm going to go Bijan and Zamir. Normally, you'd go Metcalf for the flex, but back issues concerns me. 100%, I understand where you're coming from. I think you can go through and you can bench Metcalf. You don't have to make that call. But I probably am for sure going to be playing Bijan Robinson. And then outside of that, I think you make an argument for a couple different players. Now, Baby Poppy says, bench 1, Ty, McLaurin, and Dobbs. I'm going to be benching McLaurin given the matchup and the fact that you have no Christian Watson. Brandon says start the Raiders, Chargers, Colts, or Jags defense. I'm going to go with the Jags defense, where I believe the Carolina Panthers have the second lowest implied team total of any team in the NFL this week. Now, Ollie says, good luck today, Mason. Happy BR. Pick one running back in a flex. Between Mixon, Zamir, Chandler, Lockett, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, we've had Hall, Laporta, and... Okay, hell yes. So we are right now in a very comfortable spot. We're going to take the high floors of Joe Mixon and Zamir White, where we do have the guaranteed workloads there. Now, Mr. J. Warren says, thanks for the help this year. Zamir, Henry, or Chuba Hubbard as our RB3. It's a tough spot. To be honest with you, I could kind of go back and forth. Maybe you take Derrick Henry. I'm just a little bit worried about Henry given... I mean, you have Stroud good to go, so I think I can assume that most likely the Texans are winning that game. And if you've seen the games where Tennessee's out of it, I mean, it just gets real ugly real quick. Real ugly real quick. But Max says Walker, Flowers, or Devonta Smith in happy BR format. So Walker looks like he's going to be good to go. And if it's a happy BR format, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Dear God. Definitely not Flowers. It's between Walker and Smith. I'd say full PBR format, give me Smith. Non-PBR league, give me Walker. To be honest with you, happy BR format, I just simply don't know. But Funky B Money says, Hook 'em Lawrence, you the man, bro. Thanks for always helping everyone out. Start two receivers, a running back, and a flex. Between Etienne, JT, Eckler, AJ Brown, Rice, Cup, and Diggs. Our two receivers, we're going to be going AJ Brown and Rice. Our flex, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Jonathan Taylor. And our running back, we're going to go ahead and take Travis Etienne. I know probably don't want to play Etienne because how bad he's been as of late. But with how good the matchup is, I'm going to have a hard time getting away from it with him going up against Carolina. Peyton says, how's it going? For the flex, we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Walker. I'm going to go Walker. Jaden Reed or Zay Flowers for wide receiver 2. I will go with Zay Flowers there, but it is close. It is close. And we have some pretty big news as well. Deonta Foreman is a healthy scratch for week 17. So with no Foreman, Khalil Herbert is viable to play as well. Khalil Herbert can be someone that you're looking at. Aaron says, non-PPR, Dak and Lamb did me well last night. Who do you think we go with for the flex, Zeke or Addison? I'm going to go with the floor of Zeke. Guess we can consider DeMarcus? No, please just go ahead and play Ezekiel Elliott. Go with the guy with the guaranteed touches if we already played Lamb. Now, Square Papa says HN or Eckler. I'm going to go HN with no Mostert. I do think that Jeff Wilson has a role here, but I don't know. I mean, HN's been one of the most efficient running backs in the league, and now he projects to see more volume than he's had all year. Blake says, have BBR, Zeke, Flowers, or Zamir. Give me Zeke. Started Jameer last night, so we need a ceiling. Thanks for all the help this season, Mason. Made the championship in 2 out of 3 leagues. Thank you so much for everything, my friend. Congrats on all this success. And yeah, I mean, I had Gibbs in another league, and I was expecting Gibbs to have a big, big week, which was extremely frustrating for what we actually got. But Michael says, hey, Mason, Hook 'em Lawrence for tomorrow, but for today, we need your help. Gino or Tua? Let me look up the updated implied team totals. Obviously, neither quarterback has rushing upside here, so they're in a similar boat where you're just kind of seeing how many points they're going to score. About 23 points for the implied team total in Seattle. About 21.5 for Miami. And Miami's a 3-point dog. You have no Waddle. I'm going to go Gino over Tua. I really don't want to play Tua this week. And then pick 3, Diggs, Adams, Evans, or Lockett. Thanks. So thank you. We're going to go with the first 3 guys. Bench Lockett. Now that Metcalf is good to go. Now, Bowden says full PPR start HN or Puka. We're going to go Puka at a full PPR format, even though HN is more appealing now. Now, Alexis says pick a flex, Pacheco, Thielen, or Gerald Everett. If Pacheco's good to go, we go Pacheco. If he's not, then we go Thielen. Keep Living the Dream says, happy BR pick 3, Puka, Connor, Zamir, Pittman, or Henry. We're going to go with Puka, Pittman, easy as our top 2 guys. And then for that third, we're probably going to go with Henry or Zamir. It is up to you. Really, can everybody spam the chat? Help out, Keep Living the Dream here. Because I don't know the correct answer. Are y'all playing Zamir White or Derrick Henry this week? Zamir White or Derrick Henry? Alex says, hey, Mason, just wanted to thank you for all your hard work this year. Appreciate you, bud. HN or Bijan, we have a 7-point lead in the championship. Appreciate you so much, my friend. I'm going to be going with Bijan. I think I would take HN if HN had a better matchup. But even though HN's in a good spot with no Mostert, it's still a tough matchup going up against Baltimore. Now, Ryan says, PBR, 2 running backs, wide receiver, and a flex. Between Bijan, Mixon, Eckler, Ty, DJ Moore, DK. Our 2 running backs will be Bijan and Mixon. And then for our flex, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take DJ Moore. Now, King says, full BBR pick 2. Noah Brown, Kenneth Walker, Adam Thielen, or Shaheed. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker for sure as one of these guys. And then after that, I just simply don't know. Probably Adam Thielen, but I do not feel good in saying that in the slightest. Obviously, I'd be lying to you if I said I felt comfortable starting Adam Thielen. Now, Philip says, double flex, full BBR. We have Lamar at quarterback. We need to pick 2 between Chandler, Likely, and Thielen. I'm going to go with Chandler and Thielen. Dominique says, Kamara or Swift, full BBR format. Give me Kamara despite Swift having a good matchup. Now, Noah says, pick 3, Jamar, Puka, DJ, Kamara, James Cook in a half PPR. We're going to be going with, I know nobody wants to play James Cook after what happened last week, but he still had 20 carries. I think you have to play James Cook here. We're going to go James Cook, DJ Moore, and Puka. Actually, full BBR format. I think we go Puka, James Cook, Kamara. Because Kamara looks to be good to go, and I don't know. I think you have to play the running backs. I think you have to. Charlie says, full BBR league, need a flex. Stuck between Walker, JSN, Kincaid, or Downs. Please go Walker. Walker dealing with the injury, might be on account. Please help. I'm going to go Walker over these guys. I mean, it's not like we can sit here and say, oh, Downs is going to have some massive workload. Not necessarily the case. Now, Camo Killer says, last one, Bijan or Zamir. Give me Bijan relatively easily there, to be honest with you. Midmoon says, DJ Moore, Dobbs, all the best. Appreciate you, my friend. We will go DJ Moore. Good luck this week. Tyler says, 2 running backs and a flex. HN, Aaron Jones, Walker, Zamir, Connor, and Chase. Give me HN, Jones as our running backs. Give me Chase in the flex. If Chase doesn't play, pivot to Walker. Tepsy says, Ridley, Adams, or Godwin. Give me Adams, despite them not having to throw the ball last week. Should be a little bit of a different game environment this week. And we're actually going to have to pull this up on the other screen just for a bit, ladies and gentlemen. So give me a second to do that. And as I do, please, if you have not done so already, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like about 10% of y'all have hit that like button, but Sunday morning streams are by far and away the most important for us. We live stream 250 days in a row this year. So if you're not hitting a like, what are you doing? Drop that like. And then also, if you wanted to get me a Christmas present, if you want to give me a holiday present, you want to support the channel, the best way that you could do so, not even close, is by taking advantage of the Underdog Pick'em specials that they have this week. They're hooking y'all up with 2 special Pick'ems since it's the championship week. If you use code FLOCK, you're going to get both Patrick Mahomes more than less than half a total yard and Jordan Love more than less than half a total yard as well. So please make sure you take advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen. Code FLOCK, you're also going to get a 100% deposit match, our rest of season fantasy football rankings and tiers. And I'm sorry, our Dynasty Fantasy Football rankings and tiers. You can find that link in the description. But I believe our next question coming out from... Oh, dear God, this is going to be a debacle trying to pull up. Next question coming out from Brandon, who says, Mason, thanks for everything. I mean, 2 out of 4 Super Bowls. Let's freaking go. We started Brees and Lamb in both. Should we go Purdy? Also need a wide receiver 2 in both leagues. Waiver 1, looking at the Rams, Robinson, or Patriots. Okay. We have Ridley 1. Go Ridley. And then if we're going to be looking at DeMarcus Robinson or Demario Douglas, I'm assuming that's what you're asking. Or a defense, we're going to go with the Rams defense way before the Patriots defense. I'm sorry, I don't exactly know what we're asking there. And I will say, for sure, start Brock Purdy. I understand Brock Purdy was horrendous this past week, but at the same time, I mean, this is about the best matchup you could ever ask for. Now, Ty says, a full BBR championship round. Opponent starting Stroud. Should we start Noah or just go with guaranteed touches from Zeke in the flex? For the love of God, go Ezekiel Elliott. Don't overthink it. Connor says, flex start Zamir plus Walker or Flowers or risk it all on Chase. Up 6 points with Aubrey and Brown's defense. Opponent playing Gibbs. Okay, so we were in a good spot here. I think we're going to go ahead. I think that I would take Zamir, number 1. If you're looking at Walker, Flowers, Chase, I think you could roll the dice on Chase. I mean, it looks like right now, based on the reports, that Chase is going to be playing. Al Frazier, long time no see. Happy to see you, my guy. Says, Mason, am I crazy to start Adam Thielen and Ty Chandler over Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins? Also, pick a DST, the Chiefs, Rams, or Colts. I'm going to go with the Rams defense now that it looks like Chase will play. And then I would say that you're probably crazy to start Adam Thielen over DeAndre Hopkins. If you really wanted to bench Ridley, however, with no Lawrence, I'm not going to fault you for it just because we don't know what this Jags offense is going to look like. Let me see. I believe I can pull this back over to the other screen. Okay. Now, our next question coming out from Bick says, Achane or James Cook? Go James Cook. James Cook had 20 touches last week, even if he disappointed. Charles says, already played Brees. We have ET, Pacheco, Swift, Achane. We need 3 out of those 4. Have BBR. Also, Demario Douglas or Josh Downs. Thanks. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to be going with Downs over Douglas. And then for our running back, I will be benching Pacheco and playing Etienne, Swift, Achane. Adam says, thanks for everything, my man. Pick 2, full BBR league. Connor, Chandler, or Reed. Appreciate you. I'm going to go with James Conner for sure. Chandler, Reed, kind of up to you. I mean, I'm just not a massive Chandler guy this week. If you think that Ty Chandler sees more than 70% of the touches, then you have to go Ty Chandler. If you think Ty Chandler sees 70% or more of the touches, you just have to. Now, our next question coming out from Eddie says, we need a running back, Cook, Zamir, Bijan, and then a flex between Cook, Zamir, Rice, Bijan, Judy. Our running back, we're going to go Cook, and our flex, we are going to go Bijan. And then Kincaid, Likely, Chig, or Kraft, the tight end. We will go most likely with Isaiah Likely. I could go back and forth with Kincaid versus Likely, though. Even though Kincaid's been bad, he still have touchdown upside based off his offense. Jacob says, PBR pick 3, Taylor, Barkley, Zeke, Zamir. We're going to go Taylor, Barkley, Zeke. And then also pick a defense between Denver, Chicago, Rams, or Raiders. We're going to go with the Denver defense, where right now you have the Los Angeles Chargers, one of the lowest implied team totals in the NFL. Now, Aaron says, DST, Raiders or Bills. I do not think the Raiders are going to be anywhere close to what they have been. Please go ahead and take the Bills defense. The Bills defense is the number 1 defense that you want this week. Now, John says, happy BR, we need 2 receivers and a flex between Chase, Adams, DJ Moore, Zamir, and Noah Brown. Give me DJ Moore, Adams, and then for the flex, if you think Chase is good to go, you can go ahead and take Chase. If you're worried about it, I mean, you can go with Zamir, but please make sure you're playing DJ Moore there. Now, Glim says, Goddard or Schultz at tight end. Thanks again. Thank you, my friend. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. I'm going to go Schultz, to be honest with you. If you are looking at Dalton Schultz, CJ Stroud's good to go. You have no Tingtel, so you should have the target volume as well. Like I kind of have to play him. Now, Brian says we need 2 flexes and a receiver. We have Ty, DeMarcus, Judy, Schultz, Addison, Warren, Noah Brown. Our 2 flexes, we're going to go Ty and Warren. And our wide receiver, we'll go Addison with no Hawkinson. And then Ingram or Schultz at tight end. We will go Evan Ingram, my friend, but good luck. Good luck this week. Thomas says, in a deep league, PBR for the flex, Kittle, Bryant, Robinson, or Pickens. I'm going to go with Kittle based off the matchup you have going up against Washington. You have San Fran with the highest implied team total in the NFL this week. I want every Niner I can get. Now, Red Wings and Jazz fans says, Mason, we're in the championship this year. Who are we flexing at PBR? Chase, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore, or James Conner? I think you probably play it safe and you just go ahead and take DJ Moore. I think you play it safe and go DJ. Now, Peyton says, I know this isn't fantasy, but what do you think of the Lions going for the 2-point for 3 times instead of taking the extra point? But I think the Cowboys still would have won. So I think what a lot of people don't talk about when it's like the analytics of, okay, do you go for 2 or do you kick the field goal? Is if you are just looking at the raw numbers behind it, it doesn't really take into account if the coaching staff for the scenario has a play call that they feel comfortable with. So I think from an outsider's perspective, while y'all see that like on Twitter or anything or on YouTube, I'm never like super critical for a team of like, oh, you should have gone for 2 or, oh, you shouldn't have gone for 2. So I think there are just a lot of moving variables and you can't just look at the aggregate of analytics and saying, oh, okay, well, out of this large of a sample, it's worked 52% of the time and it hasn't worked 48% of the time. That means you do it. So I think it's a little more nuanced based off the play call you have for it. Obviously, it didn't work out for the Lions, but I don't know. Obviously, if it did work out, everybody would be sitting here saying it was the smartest thing ever. So essentially, that's a long-winded way of saying, I don't know. It's not my place to judge. As an outside observer, I don't think I have a good enough sense of it, to be honest. Robert says, happy BR need 2 flexes. Start 2, bench 2. HN, Pittman, Walker, and Reed. I'm going to go with Pittman and HN now that you have no Mostert. Tim says, Pacheco, Edwards, or Flowers in a non-PPR format. If Pacheco's good to go, we will go Pacheco if he's good to go. Now, Yakub says, Singletary or Zamir, and then Addison or Ridley. Give me Ridley over Addison, and then give me Singletary over Zamir. I'm more and more excited about Singletary now that you're in a spot with CJ Stroud fully good to go. Now, Ronan says, happy BR for the flex, Walker, Connor, Rice, or Reed. I'm going to go ahead. I will take Rashee Rice. Trouble 23's ATX. My friend, if you are in Austin, Texas, you better be going to the Flock meetup, all right? If anybody here watching this is in Texas, I better see you at the Flock meetup, January 13th, Austin, Texas, Zilker Park. Obviously, completely free. Don't even think we need to say it. Show up, have some fun, talk some football. But anyway, Stroud or Fields, give me Stroud. Chig, Kincaid, Kraft, give me Kincaid. Adams, Higgins, Reed, Wilson, give me Adams. Yoshi says, Purdy or Fields, give me Purdy. Etienne, Jacobs, Evans, Collins, Kelsey, Thielen, DJ Moore. If Jacobs is out, plug in Justice Hill or Jeff Wilson Jr. Jacobs is most likely going to be out, and I'll go Jeff Wilson Jr. James says, Khalil or Brian Robinson. Give me Khalil Herbert. Raymond says, Atlanta or Baltimore's defense. Shaheed or Dobbs at wide receiver. I'll go with Atlanta's defense, and we're going to go Dobbs at receiver. Steven says, need the floor. Zamir over Bijan Pittman. No, sir. Please play Bijan Pittman. Nicholas says, Love or Kyler. Give me Kyler when Love still doesn't have Watson. He still doesn't have Musgrave. Omar says, PBR so 3. Henry, Mixon, Zamir, DJ Moore, Connor. Give me DJ Moore, Mixon, and then Zamir, Henry. I don't know the right answer to. I really don't. We asked the live chat earlier on what they thought. I think Zamir, Henry truly is up to you, and I have no idea. Dylan says, meant to put Taylor. Okay. I am sorry, my friend. I do not see your question. All I can say is, if you were asking me to start Jonathan Taylor or someone else, you start Jonathan Taylor. In my mind, Jonathan Taylor is a top 5 RB this week, someone that I'm extremely excited about. Now, Rise says Bijan or Zamir in a full PPR. Give me Bijan. Baca says PPR sit 1, Swift, Diggs, Ayuk, sit Diggs. Josh says Zamir, Reed, Devon, play 2. I'm going to go with Zamir and Devon Achane. James says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Rice, Devontae Adams, and Michael Pittman. We need to have PPR. Give me Rice and Michael Pittman. Hovel the Rock says, thanks for everything this season. Non-PPR. Need 1 tight end. Juwan, Chig, or Waller. Give me Waller. And then 1 flex. Walker, Zeke, or White. We are going to be going with Zeke there, my friend. Duke says, full PPR. Went versus Monroe last night. But one of DeMarcus, Thielen, Douglas, Gabe Davis. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Amon-Ra doesn't really change. If we went against Lamb, I'd say, I'll F it. Just fire up Gabe Davis. I think you can take someone that has the floor as well. I'd probably play Adam Thielen here. Obviously, I'm not super excited about it. Nick says, Mason, my man, we had Ford, Njoku, Amon-Ra, Lamb in the Best Ball Mania finals. But Goff as the only quarterback with the injury. Rooting for a big HN at running back. That is nuts. You're in the Best Ball Mania finals with Ford and Lamb. I'm wishing the best. You were alive to win it, my friend. If you had Ford, Njoku, Amon-Ra, Lamb, you were alive to win. Everybody, everybody spam the chat. Good luck, Nick. Nick last year won the puppy for $75,000 on Underdog. Best Ball Mania, first place is $3 million, and it looks like he may actually be live to win it. So everybody spam the chat, please. Good luck, Nick. That is awesome. Now, James says, for the trophy, pick 2 running backs in a flex. Eckler, Zeke, Achane, Chuba, Najee, and Reed. Give me Elliott and Achane. And then also Likely or Waller. Give me Likely in the Bears or Rams defense. Very tough spot here. I think you can go back and forth. Maybe honestly, I don't know. It's up to you. And then thanks for getting me this far. You are very much appreciated. And thank you so much for hanging out with us for so damn long now, my man. You know I appreciate you. Lalo says Zamir or Devonta Smith. Probably going to take Zamir. Felix says, happy BR, which 2 to start? Kamara, HN, ETN. Give me HN. I'm sorry, give me Kamara and ETN. No, give me Kamara and ETN. Angel says, double flex, double quarterback. Hurts, Stroud, we're going to go with the QB. Hill, Moore, we're going to go with the wide receiver. HN, Zamir, we're going to go with that running back. And then for the flex spots, we're going to be going with T. Higgins and Zay Flowers, my friend. Scott says, Walker or Zeke. Give me Zeke. Hoop Dog says, Jags or Denver's defense. Hook'em Morris tomorrow. Hook'em Morris, my friend. We are going to go with the Jags defense. I probably would have said the Broncos earlier in the week, but we would have been wrong. JGL says, full BBR for the flex. Walker, Chandler, or Zamir. Give me Zamir. And then DSD, Chicago or Seattle. The thing is, like, the Chicago defense is in a good spot where the Atlanta Falcons have an implied team total this week of 17.5 points. I guess the Steelers are right there in line. I'm probably going to go with the Chicago defense when they look like they've solved the pass rush. Now, Ricky says, full BBR, pick 2 out of Chase, Zamir, Barkley. Give me Barkley and White if you want the floor. Barkley, Chase if you want the ceiling. Sean says, happy championship weekend. I'm starting Bijan, Etienne, Puka, Moore, and Laporta. Happy BR, we need a flex option between Warren, Chandler, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or McBride. Thank you as always. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. We are going to run out the tight end there. We are going to go with Trey McBride, even though I don't feel great about it. Cameron says, full BBR, Stroud or Baker. Give me Stroud. And JSN or DeMarcus. Give me JSN. Joe says, pick 2 for the flex, full BBR, Barkley, Chandler, Brian Robinson, DJ Moore, or Noah Brown. Give me DJ Moore and Saquon Barkley. Marky says, Ty Chandler or DeMarcus Robinson. Thanks for the help. Thank you. Give me Ty Chandler. Josh says, PBR, Zamir, Eckler, McBride, or Noah Brown. We got to pick 2. Give me Zamir and Eckler. If you wanted to go McBride over Eckler, I wouldn't fault you. Just please make sure you bench Noah Brown. Austin says, pick 2, full BBR, Walker, Hubbard, Myers, and Chandler. I'm going to go with Hubbard and Walker with the guaranteed touches. Logan says start 2 running backs, Eckler, Bijan, HN, Zeke, or Zamir. Give me Barkley and Zeke if you want the floor, Barkley and HN if you want the ceiling. Alex says, hey Mason, so I lost the Greyhound Bowl last week, but I'm in the championship in another league. Do I flex Chase, Higgins, Champ? So you're telling me, my man, you got to ride the Greyhound for like 12 hours? It was something ridiculous like that? That is nasty. That is nasty. I would flex Jamar Chase here. And then obviously if Chase isn't going to go, you pivot to Higgins. Evan says, thanks for everything, Mason. I'm in 3 out of 6 championships. That is an incredible clip. That's better than what I had this year, my friend. I did not make it to the championship in half my leagues. But Pacheco or Zamir, give me Zamir. Olave or Rice, give me Olave. And then Barkley or Collins, give me Barkley. Kittle or McBride, give me McBride. Even though I am very excited about the overall offense in San Fran. But Jonathan says, Warren, Walker, Gus, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jeff Wilson. We got to pick 2. I think we're going to go ahead. We are going to take Walker and Gus if Pacheco's not ruled out. If Pacheco's ruled out, then Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Gus. Banks says, full BBR if Chase plays. Noah Brown or T. Higgins. Give me T. Higgins. Thanks and happy holidays to you. Happy holidays, my friend. Now, Aaron says, Zeke over Addison was my thing. And thanks, man. Have a happy new year and Hokum Orange tomorrow. Hokum Orange, my friend. Have a great new year. Hopefully you have fun plans for tonight. Kel says, 2 running backs, Eckler, Chuba, Zamir, or Bijan in a full PPR league. We have Bijan. Full PPR, I kind of want to go Eckler over Zamir. Non-PPR, obviously, give me Zamir. I think you probably go Zamir, though. As long as you play Bijan, I think the other call is kind of up to you. As long as you play Bijan. Peyton says, defense, Jags or Broncos. So I maybe would have said the Broncos earlier in the week, but that was when I was worried about Lawrence. I thought that the line would dramatically change if Lawrence missed the game, where you still have the Jags as 4-point favorites here. You still have Carolina with the 17-point implied team total. It's the same exact thing of what you have with the Chargers. So, I don't know. I think, honestly, the defenses are the same at this point. I was worried about what no Lawrence would mean, though. Now, Fatboy says, lost Hockenson for the season. Waller, Jager, Kraft. I'm going to go Waller. Chilbercross says, start 2, Puka, Jefferson, Zamir, Pittman. Give me Puka. I'm sorry, actually, that's a lie. Give me Jefferson and Pittman. Jeremiah says, need to bench 1. Kraft, Connor, Hubbard, White. Give me bench Kraft, even if it's a tight end premium format. Nice Short says, start Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore, or Adam Thielen. We're going to go with DJ Moore and Tyler Lockett. Jovi says, PBR starting Ayuk, Hill, Kyron, Zeke with Rice in the flex. Bijan, Zamir on the bench. Any changes? I would probably play Bijan over Ezekiel Elliott. It's close, and I'm fine if you want to leave it as is. I would just consider Bijan over Zeke. Timeout Sports, always happy to see you. Says, Mason, my dude, thanks for the year. Tell me Connor's the best for the flex, non-PBR. Connor, Gabe Davis. Oh, yeah. Out of these options, I would definitely say non-PBR format. Give me the running back with a guaranteed volume. It is a tough matchup, though, and this should be a pretty bad, very bad offense for the Arizona Cardinals, which you don't like. But Scott says, Happy New Year. Please rank in a half PBR league. Goddard, Likely, Jeff Wilson. Thanks for what you're doing. Appreciate you so damn much, my man. I'm going to be going with Likely, Goddard, Jeff Wilson. I do think that HN leads the backfield. And in my mind, the issue is if you are looking at Jeff Wilson, he could be viable in another spot where if you add, say, the Miami Dolphins with their usual implied team total, where they're up there projecting out to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, sure, we can still go with the guy. But that's just simply not the case here. They're projecting out to be just an average offense. Scott says, Happy New Year. Please rank Happy BR. I'm sorry, we already answered that one. Brandon says, pick a running back in a flex. JT, Pittman, Cup, Bijan, Swift. Give me JT and Pittman. If you didn't want to play Pittman, it would be Bijan. Now, Louis says, full BBR, Stafford or Tua, give me Stafford. HN, Mixon, Jefferson, Olave, Smith, 2, 2, and 1. I'm going to be going with Jefferson, Olave at wide receiver. We're going to be going with HN, Mixon at running back. And then I guess we go Smith at the flex. We don't have any more options than that, my friend. I'm sorry. Lone Legacy says, Fields or Stroud, give me Stroud. And then Denver or Bears defense. Appreciate you, my friend. Looking at the updated implied team totals. Yeah, the Chargers at 17 points. So we probably go with the Denver defense. But it is very, very close here. I think we can go back and forth. But we're probably going to have to pull this. Yeah, we're going to have to pull this back to the other page. So give me a second to do this. And as I do that, please let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not done so already, hit that like button. Please. We have live streamed every single day we took one day off this week, but before that, we live streamed every single day for like 250 days in a row. So if you have not done so already, hit that like button. And if you wanted to give us a Christmas present, holiday present, whatever, the best way you can do so is take advantage of the Underdog specials that they have for y'all this week. Underdog's hooking y'all up with Patrick Mahomes, more than less than half a total yard. And on top of that, Jordan Love, more than less than half a total yard if you use promo code FLOCK on Underdog. You're going to get both of those. So please make sure you take advantage if you have not done so already. Promo code FLOCK, link in the description. Okay. But sorry, hopefully that's enough stalling so we can get these different questions up. This one coming out from, I believe, Brian says, standard, one receiver, one flex, Cup, Puka, Diggs, Zamir, HN, Mixon. Our wide receiver, we're going to go Puka. And then our flex, if it is a non-PPR format, I think go HN. If it's a PPR league, we're going to go Diggs. Now, Peasky says, for the championship, the lineup is Stafford, Mixon, Kamara, Jefferson, St. Brown, McBride, Raiders defense. Swap any for DJ Moore, James Cook, Ingram, or the Bills defense. For the love of God, play the Bills defense. Please get them in. I would also consider going with James Cook over Mixon. You don't have to if you don't want to, but what you do need to do is you need to play the Bills defense over the Raiders defense, even if the Raiders have been better as of late. Now, J.I. Turned Up says, start 3, Chase, Reed, Zamir, HN, Kittle, McBride. Okay. I'm going to go with HN, Zamir, and Chase. And if you wanted to pivot to a tight end off of Chase, I think you can. But play the 2 running backs with the workload, and I'd go Jamar Chase. Now, Big Sills says, Dobbs, Samuel, Shaheed, and Johnson. Give me Romeo Dobbs. 916 says, non-PBR, HN, Gus, or Javonte. Give me HN. JPC says, Tua, Fields. Give me Fields. HN, Cook, Taylor, Jones, Debo, Olave, Flowers, Dobbs. We're going to be going with Cook, Taylor, running back, Debo, Olave, wide receiver, and for the flex, HN. In a different league, Chase, Flowers, or HN. We got to pick 2. We'll go ahead and we'll play Chase and HN. Work says, start 1, full BBR. Connor, Javonte, Shaheed, Likely, Charbonnet. First year ever, made it to the championship. Appreciate all the help. Best of luck, everyone. Appreciate you, my friend. I think we're going to go ahead, probably take Javonte Williams. Javonte, James Conner, it's up to you. It's just a very tough matchup for James Conner. Probably go Javonte. It would have been Charbonnet if Kenneth Walker would have missed, though. Now, Chris says, PBR, pick 2, Noah Brown, JSN, Shaheed, Gabe Davis. Give me JSN and Noah Brown. Trevor says, Dodfather, I thank you for everything this year except the Hollywood play that cost me another league. I'm sorry, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for so damn long now. Need a tight end, 12-team full BBR. We have Stroud, Gibbs, Etienne, Amon-Ra, Lamb, Puka. My options are Kraft, Thomas, Auden, and Johnson. I think we probably go Kraft with the volume that he has seen as of late. And it looks like if you just look at the injury report on that team, there's really not going to be too much that changes the amount of volume he should have here. So I think you can just go ahead and, to be honest with you, I think you can just play Kraft. Even though it's not the most exciting thing in the world. D. Larson says, Dak, Breeze, Kamara, Lamb, Puka, Bijan. We have more White, Godwin. Heavy favorites. If we're heavy favorites, I think we leave this as is. And congrats on the Breeze and Lamb blow up. Jared says, chasing Lamb, need two with the most upside. Chandler, Zamir, Adams. Give me Zamir and Adams and just hope that offense blows up. Carter says, full BBR for the flex. Zamir, Walker, or Achan. Give me Achan. Cheesy Toast says, thank you for everything you do, Mason. Pick a running back 2 flex, full BBR. Moore, Flowers, White, Singletary. Give me DJ Moore for one of the flex spots. Our running back, we're going to go Singletary, and the other flex will go with Zamir. So bench Flowers. Neurologic, always happy to see you. Says, good morning, Mason. Thank you again for all the advice, help inside the season. You're an animal. Are we going to go with the Raiders or Bills defense today going up against Lamb? I know the Raiders have been great, but please play the Bills defense. The Bills defense right now, I mean, they are 14.5-point favorites over New England. New England has a 13-point implied team total. The Bills defense, in my mind, projects out to be the best defense in the NFL this week. No, I'm sorry. Nobody says Zamir, Zeke, or Chase if he plays in the flex. Give me Zeke. Full BBR played Lamb already in both leagues. Let's go. If you played Lamb already, especially, let's just get the guaranteed touches. Slayton says, pick 2 PBR. Achan, Bijan, Zamir. Need to win my first championship. Let's go, my man. We're going to go Bijan and Achan. If Mostert would have played, I would have said Bijan and Zamir. But now that you have no Mostert, kind of want to just take Achan. Now, Squad Minus says, Pollard, Gibbs hurt me in the championship. We have Pittman, Olave, Achan, Cup, Higgins. 2 receivers in a flex. Last question this season. Thanks. First fantasy season with you, my man. See you next fall. Appreciate you, my dude. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to take Pittman, Olave at wide receiver. And then for the flex, I think we're going to go ahead and take Cup if it's a full BBR format and we are just chasing the highest ceiling possible. If we played Pollard and Gibbs and we are just chasing the highest ceiling possible, I think that is what we're looking to do, my friend. D. Larson says, thanks for everything, Mason. Good luck today, all. No, thank you for being a member of the flock for so damn long. Appreciate you. Now, Julian says, pick 1 for the flex. Full BBR. Noah Brown, Cole Kmet, Gabe Davis, Cedric Wilson, Jeff Wilson, Quentin Johnston. I think we're going to go ahead and take Noah Brown here in a full PPR league. Thanks for all your content. Keep killing and have a great 2024. Have a great 2024. And I know this, I'm running behind on these questions, so I shouldn't waste time saying this, but I was talking to the girlfriend last night. I was like, 2023 was so good. Like 2023 was one of the best years of my life that it like honestly makes me scared. It's like, okay, how is 2024 this good? You know, like it honestly kind of scares me. What's going to happen in 2024? Because I don't think it gets better than how 2023 was. Blake, I mean, last year we started off 2023 by winning $150,000 in underdog tournaments and just uphill from there. I don't necessarily think we're going to, I don't want to jinx anything, but it's hard to get better. Blake says, have BBR start Flowers or Godwin. Give me Flowers. Also, follow up to what I asked before. Start Zamir over Zeke. No, give me Zeke. Projected to lose 6. Okay, yeah, I'm still going to go Zeke there. Pick 1, 1, and 1 coming out from Reaper. Chandler, Zeke, Jamar, Flowers. Give me Zeke, Jamar, and Flowers. Okay, so we have CMC in here. Great spot to have CMC against Washington. Flock Soldier says, so good, my man. In the semifinals, playing for 3rd. Thank you so much. Full BBR, Waddle out. Should we start Myers or Osborne? I'm going to go Myers now that Addison's playing. And then Ridley or Hopkins. Give me Hopkins with no Lawrence. Kemakilla says, have BBR, AJ Brown, Puka, Cup, Collins. Need 2. Then the Raiders or Jags. Give me the Jags. I'm not going to be able to help you with the kicker. I'm very sorry. We're going to go with AJ Brown as well as Puka at wide receiver. Go with the Jags defense and then kicker. You know I'm an idiot. I'm not going to be able to help you. Tunchi says, start 2 at BBR. Chase, Walker, Pacheco, Chandler. Give me Chase, Walker. Also, I'm starting Kyler versus the Eagles. You'd play the Eagles, DST, or the Patriots. Thanks. Oh, for the love of God, do not play the Patriots, DST. Play the Eagles. Play Kyler and the Eagles defense. Play the best plays. Don't overthink it. Patriots defense, 14.5-point dogs, you can't consider it. Peyton says, if Walker isn't playing, do you think Zamir? Walker is playing, and I'd probably play Zamir regardless. Lone Line says, Mostert out, so Jeff Wilson Jr., Chandler, Clyde-Edwards-Helaire, Javonte, or Khalil. Probably go with Javonte here, with it being a fine matchup. Brady says Zamir Walker, go with Zamir. And then JSN or Flowers, give me Flowers. Jason says in the championship and the Hound Dog, wish me good luck, my friend. Take it home for us. Take it home. Caribbean says non-BBR need 2 from Kamara, Zamir, Pacheco. Also, would you go Komet or Everett? Give me Everett. And then we're going to be going with Zamir and Kamara. Brendan says, Mason, tough spot, Waddle out. We need a receiver in a 12-team full BBR. Options are DeMarcus, Wandell, Slayton, and Brand. Oh my gosh, we're going to go to Marcus Robinson here, but we do not feel good about it in the slightest. Beast Mode said Hopkins, HN, or Chase at the flex spot. Probably just going to go ahead and play HN. Dubbreaker says Zeke for checkdowns or HN for the upside. I think Zeke gives you the higher floor, HN gives you the higher ceiling, so it really does come down to what you need there. If I was looking at median projections, I'd assume Ezekiel Elliott would be higher. Jackson says, do we start Eckler at the flex or Ridley, Lockett, Deontay? Opponent started Lamb, and I had Gibbs. I'm going to go ahead. I will take Eckler if it's full PPR format, hoping that we just have the cheap target volume. Now, really says, in the championship in my first year ever, need a running back in a flex between Pacheco, Barkley, Higgins, Flowers, Ridley, Myers. We're going to go Barkley at running back, and then for our flex, if Pacheco is fully good to go with no limitations, you can go Pacheco, and if not, I think you go with T. Higgins. Uncle Dud says, full BBR, pick my wide receiver 2 and a flex from Hubbard, Charbonnet, Thielen, Flowers, Myers, Deontay. Lineup locks are Allen, HN, Walker, Jefferson, Likely. Our flex, we are going to take Chuba Hubbard. In our wide receiver 2, we are going to go Zay Flowers. Charbonnet would have been very exciting if Walker would have missed. Lost Supreme says Olave, Higgins, Mixon. We got to start 2. I'm going to be going with Olave and Mixon. Terry says PBR, Eckler, Zamir, Metcalf for the flex. Give me Zamir, most likely. Okay. Let me see if we can pull this back over to the other screen. We are in DB. Okay, yeah, we can. Perfect. Let me pull this back over to the other screen. And as I do this, hit that like button if you have not done so already. And I want to remind y'all, Underdog is celebrating championship week with 2 special pick'ems this week, ladies and gentlemen. If you use code FLOCK on Underdog, you're going to get both the Patrick Mahomes more than less than half a total yard and the Jordan Love more than less than half a total yard on Underdog Fantasy. You can find that link in the description. Promo code FLOCK is going to get you both these, as well as a 100% deposit match and my Dynasty Fantasy Football rankings. But our next question coming out from Joey says, start HN or Pacheco? Give me HN. Tony says HN or Connor? Give me HN. To the max says Sub Mason, first team full BBR, need 3 running backs. Bijan, Cook, HN, Zamir, Zeke, Gus. And then the second is Aaron Jones. Connor, appreciate you, my friend. We're going to go with Bijan, ETN for the second team. And then for the first team, we're going to go Bijan, Cook, and HN. If you wanted a floor, maybe you go with Zeke for that third guy, but please make sure you're playing Bijan and Cook. Now, Gavin says Singletary or Walker. Played against 75% of the Niners in my championship, started Pollard. So we were chasing the ceiling here. I'm going to go with Singletary with Stroud being good to go. Flock Soldier says full BBR start 1. Chuba, Dylan, Algier, Charbonnet. Give me Chuba Hubbard. Diego says have BBRs are 2 running backs and a flex. Between Eckler, Bijan, JT, and Ayuk, give me JT and Bijan Robinson. Sleep Deprived says, have BBR starting Allen, Puka, Nico, Kyron, James Cook, Kelsey, Pacheco. In the Philly defense. On the bench, we have Flowers, Reed, Chase, the Rams. Stay or change. If you are worried about Pacheco maybe not being 100%, you could put Flowers in there over Pacheco. But outside of that, I think you leave it as is, my friend. But happy to see that you are in the championship. Now, Ryan says, full BBR, 2, 1, and 1. Chase, Eckler, JSN, Judy, Boyd, Noah Brown, DeMarcus Robinson, Khalil. Okay, so our running back, we will be going with Eckler. Our wide receivers, we're going to go with Chase and JSN. And then for our flex, we're going to go Khalil Herbert. Now that you have no Deonta Foreman. Dominic says, who should we start in the flex? Noah Brown or Terry McLaurin? I'm really nervous because Mostert's out for me, so we don't know who to put in the flex in this place. I think we will go ahead and we'll take Terry McLaurin. It's very close, though, with how bad this matchup is. Jay Swissy says Zeke, Connor, Eckler, HN, Singletary, or Chase in the flex. I think the highest floor guy is going to be Zeke. I think the highest ceiling guy is going to be HN. Or honestly, maybe you make the argument for Chase. But if you needed a floor, I'm just going to go Zeke. Ruben says we have to start 1 full BBR. Deontay, KJ, or London. I think we're going to go ahead and take London. Jay Smith says Chandler or Zamir. Give me Zamir. BRB says Cup or Rashee Rice. Give me Rice. Nick says, happy championship day, Mason. Start 3, JT, ETN, HN, Zamir. Give me JT, ETN, and if you wanted the floor, go Zamir. If you wanted the ceiling, go HN. But please make sure you play JT and ETN there. But Zach says, hey, man, haven't been messaging much this season, but I never miss a video. Thank you so much, my man. Happy to hear that. My team has made it to the championship. We have Javonte and Warren in. Should we take a chance on Khalil? Yes, I'd play Khalil over Jalen Warren. Now the Deonta Foreman is a healthy scratch. Thank you so much. Happy to hear that you are still rocking with us after so long, my man. G-Ray says, Zamir Walker or JSN. Give me Zamir White there. William says, thanks a ton for all the hard work. Mason, started a haul. Happy BR. Do we start HN over Barkley, Puka, Collins, or Brown? I'm pulling my hair out. If you wanted to go HN over Brown, I think you can do that. But please keep Barkley, Puka, and Collins in. Seth says, 10-team full BBR started Brees and Gibbs. Need a flex. We have Zamir, Barkley, Chandler, Hopkins. Not sure about Saquon's matchup. Completely understand where you're coming from. But I mean, right now, you actually have the Giants projecting out to be a better offense than they were earlier in the season, where they're only 6.5 point dogs. They have an implied team total of 18.5 points. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take Saquon here. Now, Mean Muggin says, good luck today, Mason. Need some help for the team. Happy BR. Evan Ingram versus Romeo Dobbs. Give me Ingram. Tough one, but we've been going back and forth. It is very tough. And there are 30 minutes till kickoff, so I'm going to have to go super fast answering these questions. Tedward says, start 1, full BBR. Pittman, Higgins, Pacheco, Walker. Give me Pittman. Dominico says, happy new year, Mason. Full BBR, tight end, flex, defense. McBride, Everett, Waller. Give me McBride. Eckler, Zamir, Jones, Reed, Osborne. Give me Eckler. Bears, Jags, Texans. Give me Jags. Cheesy Toast says, running back, 2 flex. Singletary, Zamir, Flowers, DJ Moore. Give me Singletary, Zamir, and DJ Moore. Now, O'Brien says, couple questions. Fields or Stroud? Give me Stroud. Happy BR, pick 2. Bijan, JT, HN, Zamir. Give me JT and Bijan. And then pick 2, Rice, Ayuk, or Olave. Give me Ayuk and Rice. Tim says, facing Hurts and CMC as a slight underdog. Happy BR. We have Fields, Amon-Ra, Olave, Rice, Montgomery, Bijan. Do we go likely over Schultz, the Ravens, or the Raiders? I think we're going to go with the Ravens, DST, and then we're going to be going with Dalton Schultz at tight end. Special Ed says, wide receiver at BBR, which do we start? Rice, Cup, Adams, or Flowers? Give me Rice. Hoing Lee says, Pacheco or Godwin? Give me Pacheco if he's going to go. Full point BBR, 100-yard bonus. Obviously, we're going to have to monitor Pacheco, though. Now, Kim says, Higgins or Rice for the flex? Give me Rice. And we have Kelsey as our tight end. Yeah, still give me Rice. Mark says, yo, Mason, full BBR, need a running back, wide receiver, flex. Kamara, Zamir, Diggs, Cup, DJ, and Ayuk. I'm going to go with Kamara, Ayuk as our running back wide receiver. And then for our flex between Zamir, Diggs, Cup, DJ Moore, I hate to say it. I think we're going to be going with a wide receiver here. It's going to come down to Diggs, DJ Moore. I have them ranked back-to-back in my flex rankings this week. Full BBR format, though. I probably go Stephon Diggs, but I think a lot of other smart people go DJ Moore. Or smarter people than I am, of course. Now, Ryan says, happy BR, pick 2. Godwin, Singletary, Zamir, Chandler, JSN, Warren, Brian, Robinson. Give me Godwin and, give me Singletary and Zamir. And then also start Kyler or Baker. Give me Kyler. Big Rod says Henry or Edwards, full BBR. Give me Derrick Henry. Hypnon says HN or Olave. Give me Olave. Louis says we have a 45-point projection lead. Started St. Brown, Lamb, Laporta. Let's go. Are we going to go HN or Rice? Play it safe. Go Rice, my friend, if we're going to crush. Frank says Stafford or Kyler. We played Pollard over Swift. I think we're going to go ahead and take Stafford. Bobby says Steelers or Ravens, DST. Give me the Ravens. And then Kyron or HN. Give me Kyron. Now, Coke says Debo, Nico, JT, Bijan. We got to pick 2. Give me JT and Debo. JT and Debo. Austin says need a tight end at BBR. Komet, Taysom, and Chig. Give me Chig. Actually, no. Give me Komet. Give me Komet. He's good to go. Tepsi says Khalil, Jones, Chandler, or Zamir. We got to choose 3. We're going to bench Ty Chandler. Play Khalil, Jones, and Zamir. Margot says full BBR. Purdy, Pacheco, Kyron, Pittman, Puka, Kittle, Jamar. The bench, we have Henry, Singletary, Smith, Chiefs, Raiders. Any changes? I honestly don't think so. If you were to change anything, you would be getting Singletary in over Pacheco. If you were to change something, it would be to get Singletary in over Pacheco. Dizzle says, need 1-1-1. Etienne, Cook, Taylor, Rice, Collins. Give me Rice at wide receiver, and then give me both Taylor and Cook at running back and flex. John says, at BBR, pick 1 quarterback, 2 running backs. Kyler Love, give me Kyler. Bijan, Zeke, Chandler, Singletary. Give me Bijan and Ezekiel Elliott's. Now, Jeffrey says, Tajee, Judy, Gibson, Schultz, Brian Robinson, or a waiver wire guy. Need a floor. If we're in need of a floor, we're going to go with Brian Robinson. Tough matchup, though. Austin says, Happy BR, pick 2. Cup, Chase, JT, Achan. Give me JT and Achan. If you wanted to go, actually, I'm sorry, go JT and Cup. JT and Cup. Ben says, love the channel. Full BBR, Hopkins or Chuba. Give me Chuba. Magus says, Stroud or Fields. Give me Stroud. Have BBR, DK or ETN. Give me ETN. Henry or Zamir. Up to you. McLaurin, Hopkins or Noah Brown. Give me Hopkins. And then Atlanta, Raider or Chicago defense. I'm going to go with the Chicago D. 72 Cut says, hey Mason, full BBR, KJ Davis or Robinson. And then also Komet or Schultz. Started Gibbs and the opponent at Lamb. Thanks for all the help this season. Thank you, my friend. I think we're going to be going with Davis, Schultz, if we are chasing the highest ceiling possible. Gabe Davis, incredibly low floor, but also crazy ceiling. Mark says Ingram or Goddard. Give me Evan Ingram. Lachlan says, happy be our current lineup. Stroud, CMC, Kyron, Moore, Puka, McBride, Achan. On the bench, we have Fields, Samir, Noah Brown, Lockett, London, Goddard. Any changes we would make? If you wanted to swap anything, it would be to get Zamir in. I'm not playing him over anybody that we have in the lineup as is. So nope, I think you're in a phenomenal spot. Bijan says 8-team league, full BBR, Bijan, Olave, or Diggs for the flex. Give me Bijan Robinson. Now, who are you? Says flex happy BR, Warren Edwards or Judy. We're to go with Gus Edwards. Verso says full BBR pick 1. Love Kyler. Give me Kyler. Higgins Singletary. Give me Singletary. Big Body Bird says PBR. I'm heavily the underdog. Played against Lamb. Who at RB2? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Wilson, Najee, Charbonnet. Give me Najee. And then Chig or Jawan. Give me Jawan. And then flex Noah Brown over Shaheed. Yes, I would go Noah Brown, my friend. Lil Isaiah says Bills, Rams, or Jags defense to the go. Appreciate you, my friend. We're going to go with the Bills defense for a 14.5-point favorite. Takeek says, thanks for everything. Full BBR, Achan or Connor. Give me Achan, my friend. Jay Walk says, happy New Year's, and thanks for getting us to the championship. Happy BR, pick 2 for the flex. Reed, Lockett, McBride. Give me Lockett and McBride, my friend. Luke says, Higgins or Henry, full BBR format. Give me Henry if Chase is good to go. Okay. Now, let's pivot back over to the other screen. Just give me 1 second to pull this up. And as I do this, hit the like button if you have not done so already. And if you wanted to check out both Underdog special pick'ems and what they have for today, they're getting you all hooked up since it's the Fantasy Football Championship week. If you use code FLOCK, you're going to get both the Patrick Mahomes more than less than half a total yard and the Jordan Love more than less than half a total yard for tonight. So make sure you are taking advantage of that if you have not done so already. But yeah, promo code FLOCK, you're going to get that 100% deposit match and my Dynasty Fantasy Football rankings. But let's go ahead. Our next question coming out from Javon says, Jags or Raiders defense? Give me the Jags defense. Samuel says, pick 3, Cup, Puka, Rice, Nico, Chase. Give me Puka, Rice, and Puka, Rice. Third one's up to you. Mario says, the full BBR, Kincaid or Chig. Give me Kincaid. Isaac says, need a running back and a flex. Chuba, Brian Robinson, Zamir, McLaurin, Noah Brown, Jaden Reed. I'm going to be going with Zamir at RB, and then for the flex, go Chuba. Hudson says, happy BR, 1 flex, 2 receivers, 2 running backs. Higgins, Pittman, Reed, Metcalf, CMC, Zamir, Javonte, Gibson, Charbonnet, Justice Hill, Jaleel. Our 2 running backs will be CMC and Zamir. Our receivers will be Pittman and Higgins. And then for our flex, we will go with Metcalf. Weston says, no question. Just want to say thanks for all hard work. 2 championships incoming. Olave, Puka, Kyron, and Jefferson on both squads. Let's go, my friend. Thank you so much for being a member of the flock. Wishing the best of luck. Anthony says 2 leagues, Walker, White, Walker, Pacheco. Give me White over Walker. Give me Pacheco, Walker. It's up to you. Cost Music says full BBR 2 receivers, Johnson, Chase, Dobbs, or Osborne for the championship. Give me Dobbs and Chase. Great says ETN, Walker, Connor, Singletary. 2 running backs and a flex. Give me Singletary, ETN, and Walker. Dominico says, happy New Year, Mason. Full BBR, tight end flex defense. McBride, Everett, Waller. Give me McBride. Eckler, Zamir, Jones, Reed, Osborne. Give me Eckler. And then Bears, Jags, Texans. Thank you, my friend. We are going to go ahead. We will take the Jags defense. Nick says, need a tight end. Happy BR. Kincaid, Pitts, Chig. Give me Pitts. No, I'm sorry. Give me Kincaid. Keaton says, tough spot today. Easton Stick or Sam Howell. Give me Sam Howell. Cali Kid says, a full BBR. Need 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Eckler, Swift, Kyron, Zamir, Deontay, Lockett, Noah Brown, Reed, Dobbs. Running backs, we're going to go with Kyron and Swift. Our wide receiver, we will go with Reed. And then our flex, we're going to be going with Zamir. But if you want to take Lockett over Reed, we can go back and forth. Jorge says, full BBR, start HN or hope for Chase. Then you just start HN. Big Boss says, Stroud or Mahomes. Give me Mahomes. We have Jeff Wilson Jr., Zamir, or Everett. Give me Zamir and Jeff Wilson Jr. Yeah, we're going to bench Everett there. Shane says, starting Allen, CMC, Brees, Olavi, Laporta. Who to flex? Davis, DeMarcus, or Warren? Give me Jalen Warren. Marcus says, a full BBR, 6-point passing touchdown. Need a running back, 2 flex. Zamir, Singletary, Reed, Metcalf, Flowers. Give me Singletary, Zamir, and Metcalf. Jordan says, played Lamb last night. We have Njoku, Aubrey. Need upside. Happy BR start 2. Higgins, Hopkins, Connor. Give me Higgins, Hopkins if we're chasing upside. And then Chiefs or Jags defense. Give me the Jags defense. Now, Phoenix Lance has a couple more questions for you, my man. In standard, how do you feel about Cup versus Pittman? Give me Pittman. Also for defense, Broncos, Rams, Raiders, or Bears. No points for yards allowed. I think we're going to go ahead. We will just take the Broncos defense, where do you have the lowest implied team total from their opponent here out of these guys. Now, Ben Bout Dallas says, have point per carry. Bijan, Eckler, Singletary, Zamir, start 2. We're going to go Bijan and Singletary. Diego says, thanks for giving me your brother. Start 2 between HN, Singletary, Reed. Give me HN, Singletary. And then tight end Waller, Kraft, Everett. Good luck, my friend. We will go Waller. Rock says, a full BBR for the championship. Choose 2. Higgins, Pickens, Jeff Wilson, Justice Hill, Judy, and Osborne. Give me Higgins as well as George Pickens. Amelia says, full BBR, Clyde or Addison. We're going to go with Clyde if Pacheco misses, Addison if Pacheco plays. And Schultz are likely. Give me Schultz. Now, Mixto says, good luck to everyone in the playoffs. Full BBR. We need a 1 running back, Hubbard or Najee. Give me Hubbard. And then 2 receivers, Hopkins, Ridley, Shaheed, DeMarcus. Give me Hopkins and Ridley. And a flex, we will go back and play Najee for the flex. DeAndre says, Pittman or Zamir. We're going to go Pittman. Yeah, you go Pittman coming off the injury. No concerns. Royal says, pick 2, please. Barkley, Connor, White, or Javonte. Give me Barkley and White. Timeout Sports says, Mason forgot this one before. Likely or Everett. Non-PBR, thanks. Have a good year. If it's a non-PBR format, my friend, we're going to go with the guy that's going to be the better offense. I think we just will go ahead and we will take Isaiah Likely. Let's move this back around because now I think we can be on the other page again. Okay. Now, Louis says, 1 running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. Mixon, HN, Jefferson, Olave, and Smith. Our running back, we're going to be going with HN. Our wide receivers, we're going to go Jefferson, Olave, and for our flex, we'll go Mixon. Vincent says, forgot to ask earlier, Falcons or Eagles defense? Go with the Eagles defense. Eagles been letting me down all year. Haven't been the same since the Super Bowl loss. Going to be a much better spot. They just had a brutal stretch of games. We'll be in a good spot here. Blake says, start Kmet or Goddard in the championship. Give me Goddard. Only advanced 1 team this year in the Palm 2. Lamb balled out. Waddle, Amari, Hollywood are dead. Weird year. Yeah, it is tough, my friend. If you made it to the chip and you have 3 wide receivers dead, you probably just got no shot. Lightlish says, start 2 receivers in a flex. Olave, Puka, Evans, Chase, Flowers, Collins, Taylor, Swift. Okay, so our 2 receivers, we are going to be going with Evans and Puka. Our flex, we'll be going with we're going to go Taylor for our flex. Go Fields over Love. And yeah, brutal spot to have started Gibbs, but I would have as well. Boss says, Kyler or Love? Give me Kyler. And pick 1, Eckler, HN, Samir. Give me HN. Thaddeus says, start 2, full BBR, JT, Saquon, or Rashad White. Go JT and Rashad White. Eddie says, Eckler or Cup. Go Cup. Chris says, championship round, flex, Algier, Goddard, and Philly or Jacksonville. Go with Jackson. Yeah, go Jacksonville. And then we are going to be going with Goddard for the flex. Now, Tryhard says, full PBR, need a flex, Zamir, Zeke, Gus, or Shaheed. Give me Zeke. We have a 57% chance to win. Let's go, my man. Dominic says, we have a championship starting today. We have Hurts, CMC, Brees, DJ Moore, Puka, Ferguson, Bengals. Need a flex, Noah Brown, or Terry McLaurin. Give me Terry McLaurin. And yeah, good luck. And yeah, definitely bench Noah Brown there. Marcus says, what is start 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex and a defense? We're going to be going with the Ravens defense there. We're going to be going with Jefferson and Evans at wide receiver, Singletary, Pacheco at running back, DJ Moore at the flex. If Pacheco's good to go, that is. Suzuki says start Jaron Hall or Tua, projected to lose by 20. I'll go Tua. Cameron says in the championship, thanks, based on full BBR, Kyler or Love, give me Kyler. Waddle out, Terry or Addison, give me Terry. And for the flex, Pacheco, HN, Warren, Singletary, Everett, give me HN. Give me HN, my friend. Aaron says pick 2, HN, Higgins, Javonte, Zamir. Give me HN, Zamir. Tony says standard league, pick 2. Puka, Diggs, Higgins, Pittman, HN, Zamir. Need a receiver and a flex. Give me Pittman at wide receiver, and then give me Puka at the flex spot. Thin Blue Line says, happy BR, need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Puka, Ayuk, Zeke, Zamir. Our wide receiver 2, we're going to go with Ayuk. Our flex will go Puka. My current starters are Lamar. Okay, yeah, so we're in a good spot minus the Gibbs letdown. Noah says 12-team full BBR, Schultz or Everett. Give me Schultz. Rene says Mixon, Walker, Javonte, Barkley, Chandler, which 3? Give me Mixon, Walker, and Barkley. Ben says full BBR, Hopkins or Chuba. Give me Chuba. And then the Jags, Raiders, or Texans defense. Give me the Jags defense. Dylan says championship league, full BBR starting is Hurts, Stafford, CMC, Mixon, St. Brown, Puka, McBride. Flex is the issue. We have HN, Higgins, Flowers, Zamir. I think if you wanted the ceiling, you're going to go HN. If you wanted the floor, you're going to go Zamir. Scott says, championship week, should we start Stroud or Fields? Give me Stroud. Chig or Komet? Give me Komet. I know Komet's playing, but how much will he really play? I don't know. I'm assuming that he will be good to go. Obviously, if you're concerned about him being on a snap count, you can go Chig. Now, Shane says, happy BR double flex, Gabe Davis, Warren, or DeMarcus Robinson. We got to pick 2. I'm going to go with Jalen Warren and Gabe. No, we'll go Jalen Warren and DeMarcus Robinson. There's no way Gabe Davis going off against the Pats here. Andrew says, happy BR, 12 teams played forward. 12-team league, played forward. Do I play Singletary, White, Hubbard in the other running back slot? We're going to go with Singletary. We have Tyreek, AJ Brown, and Rice. Oh, yeah, keep it as is. We're going to be going with the Jags defense there, my friend. Happy New Year and wishing the best of luck. Cameron says Denver, Atlanta, Chargers, Carolina, or the Pittsburgh defense. We're going to go with the Denver DST there. It's Music says full BBR, Ridley, Adams, London, Noah Brown, Pickens, Hubbard, Chandler. Pick 4. We're going to be going with Adams, Ridley, Chandler, and Hubbard. Adams, Ridley, Chandler, Hubbard. Michael says, happy BR start 2, Diggs, Rice, Zamir. I'm going to take Rice and Diggs. First time in the championship of years. Thank you for the help. See you in Austin. Hell yes, my friend. Happy to hear that you are going to be able to make it. Real quick, just in case you didn't see, we are going to have a flock meetup, ladies and gentlemen. Austin, Texas, January 13th, Zilker Park. Completely free, obviously. Just hanging out, talking some football. Now, Jeff says, need help, played Wilson, Brown, D, and Aubrey. Set the lineup, 1 receiver, 2 running backs, and a flex. We have Chuba, T, Pittman, Jaden, Connor, Eckler, Javonte. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. I'm going to go with Pittman for a wide receiver. We'll be going with Chuba and Eckler as our running backs. And then for a flex, we'll go Javonte. Eddie says, chasing Lamb and Ford. Need major upside. Start 2 running backs and 2 flexes. Happy BR. Bijan, Eckler, Chandler, Zamir, Rice, and Olave. I'm going to go with Bijan, Eckler as our 2 running backs. And then our 2 flex spots, we're going to be going with Zamir and Rice. Actually, we probably go Olave over Eckler. Bench Eckler for Olave. Joshua says, full BBR. Do we sub Judy or Odell for Deontay? No, you don't have to. Riggy says, PBR for the flex. Javonte, Khalil, or Addison. Give me Javonte. Flameox says, who should we play at running back 2 in the flex? Happy BR. Zeke, Chandler, Nico, Zamir. Give me Zeke and Zamir. Happy BR. Mr. Dink says, love Kyler Baker. Pick 1. Give me Kyler. Graydon, happy to see you, my man. Long time no see. Says, start 2. Thielen, McLaurin, or DeMarcus Robinson. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to be taking the combo of McLaurin and Adam Thielen. Obviously, you're not really excited about it with how bad Thielen's been as of late, how bad his offense is, and with the tough matchup that McLaurin has going up against the Niners. But Michael says, emergency with the Mostert news. Do we play HN over Barkley or Olave? I personally would just still go with a Barkley. Olave is a little more questionable. I'd probably go Olave, to be honest. Or keep HN on the bench for the championship. Played Lamb last night. If you played Lamb last night, I'm going to go Barkley and Olave and play it safe. Jason says Waller, Everett, and then DeMario or Rondell. Give me DeMario Douglas, and then give me Darren Waller. Clutch boxes, would you go MVS Carter or Jonnu, tight end premium? It's rough. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jonnu Smith if it's a tight end premium format. Number one stunner says full BBR sit one, Kamara, Achan, JT, and Kyron. I'm going to sit Achan there. Lucas says, have BBR, Achan or Singletary for the flex. Give me Achan. Started Lamb already. Actually, if you started Lamb, go safe. Go Singletary. Mixon, ETN are in at the top 2 RB slots. Yeah, if you started Lamb, I mean, you're in the driver's seat. Just play it safe. Kent says, flex one, have BBR format, Rice, Zamir, Connor, or Diggs. I think we're going to go ahead and take Rashee Rice. Vlad says Komet, Demarcus Robinson, or Quentin Johnston. I think we will go with Demarcus Robinson there, my friend. Okay. Now, Tobias says double flex, Chuba, Chandler, or Flowers. Give me Chuba and Flowers. Ryan says start Pacheco or Ridley. If Pacheco plays, give me Pacheco. Also, Colts, Jags, or Bears DST. Give me the Jags DST. Thanks for everything this year. Let's get this championship. Let's get it, my friend. Now, Mark's a good lad. Always happy to see it. Says Thielen or Jamar Chase. Give me Chase. Thielen on the early slates who can't see. Okay, so right now they're saying that Chase is trending towards being good to go. So I'm just going to go Chase. Colin says PPR pick 2, Barkley, Javonte, Jeff Wilson Jr., Khalil Herbert. Thanks for everything. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to be going with Barkley and Javonte. Barkley, Javonte. Bobby says start 1, full BBR, Pop Douglas, Myers, or Shaheed. Give me Myers. Keaton says AB situation getting rough in the championship. Easton Stick or Sam Howell. Okay, quarterback situation. We will be going with Sam Howell here, my friend, even though we're not super excited about it. Caleb says Kyler or Tua. Give me Kyler. Addison or Reed. Give me very close, probably Reed. We can go back and forth. Marcus says PBR, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Evans, Jefferson, DK, Romeo Dobbs, DJ Moore, Singletary, Pacheco, Connor, Ravens, Bucks, Eagles. Give me with the Eagles defense here. Running back, Singletary, Pacheco. Obviously, James Conner, Pacheco's not good to go. And wide receiver, we're going to go with Evans, Jefferson, and for the flex, DJ Moore. Now, R. Gravy says projected to win by 15. Happy BR, Walker, Flowers, or Javonte. I would play it safe and go Javonte for projected to win by 15. Joshua says Kyler, Gino, or Browning. Give me Kyler. Donovan says we have JT, Kamara, Bijan. We have Pittman, Cup, Nico. Need to sit one of these 6. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to sit Nico. If you wanted to sit someone else, it would be Cup, but please play all 3 RBs. Sip says PBR pick 2, Rice, Olave, or James Cook. I'm going to go Rice and James Cook. Dylan says Brown, Shaheed, Khalil, Jeff Wilson, or Demarcus Robinson. Give me Khalil. SPG says Adams or Devonta in the flex. We also have Hurts. Give me Devonta Smith. Andrew says, Happy New Year and thank you for your work. Happy BR, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, or Swift. Who are we going to sit? I think we're going to sit DK Metcalf, dealing with a slight back injury here, my friend. Now, Mapper says, need help with the 2 flex spots. Hubbard or Zamir White. Damari Douglas versus Jeff Wilson. Give me Hubbard and Zamir White there. And then Douglas versus Jeff Wilson Jr., probably Jeff Wilson Jr., but it's very close. Jason says for the flex, Eckler, Olave. Give me Olave, my friend. Dr. C Squared says HN or ETN. Give me ETN. Olave, Evans, or Puka for the flex. Give me Evans. Mike says who to start? Raiders, Ravens, Broncos, or Rams defense. Give me the Broncos defense. Andrew says which quarterback to start? Minshew or Carr? Give me Gardner Minshew. Nathaniel says a full BBR for the flex. Chase or Singletary? Give me Chase. Iceberg one of bag says full BBR, HN, Zamir, Pacheco. Who to start? I think we're going to go HN for the ceiling, Zamir for the floor. Raphael says Swift or Mixon. Give me Swift. And then flex Pittman or Collins. Give me Pittman. Now, Diabeto says PBR sit 1. Walker, Zamir, Higgins, Ayuk, Godwin. Sit Godwin. Shadow says PBR, HN, Zamir, Chandler, Pacheco, Metcalf. Start 2 in an RB and 1 in the flex. We're going to go with HN, Zamir as our 2 running backs. Pacheco's good to go. Go Pacheco. If he's not, go Metcalf. William says Gino, Browning, or Carr. I think we're going to go with Gino. X-Men says need input Connor or Henry, full BBR format. Love you, my man. We are going to go Henry with the tough matchup for Connor. Ryan says Chiefs, Raiders, or Ravens defense. We also have the Chiefs, Broncos, or Jags defense. I'm going to go with the Jags defense out of those bottom 3 options. And then for the top 3 options, I think we're going to be going with the Chiefs D. Now, Dunphy says, Happy BR chasing Lamb, 2, 2, and 1. CMC, Charbonnet, Javonte, Zamir, Gibson. Go CMC and Zamir. Our wide receivers, we have Higgins, Reed, Metcalf, Pittman. Go with Pittman and Higgins. And then for our flex spot, we're going to go with Metcalf. Jonathan says Hall or Mason Rudolph. We have Jefferson and Chandler going. I think we're going to go with Jaron Hall. Mariah says, is it okay to flex the second tight end over Lockett? Not those options. Please play Tyler Lockett in that flex spot. B. Shawnee says start 2 running backs and a flex. Happy BR, Zamir White, Rashad White, Saquon, Chandler, Zeke, Jaden Reed. We're going to go with both Whites at running back, and the flex will be Saquon. Actually, I'm sorry. Go with Rashad White, Saquon, and then Ezekiel Elliott over Zamir. Zeke over Zamir. Cole says Hall, Stidham, or Geno in the Super Bowl. We're going to go with Geno. Brandon says heavy underdog, Shahida or Deontay Johnson in a full PPR format. Give me Deontay Johnson. Shunavon says Colts or Bears. I don't trust the Raiders offense. Yeah, I mean, right now the Colts are favored by like 4 points. I think you can go ahead and you can take the Colts if you want. I'm going to go with the Bears with how low the implied team total is for Atlanta. Two Swift says, hey, Flock, playing for the titles. I played Gibson Hall already and Laporta up by 46. Should we start HN, Samir, or DJ Moore in the flex? Full BBR format. I think you can play it safe and just go DJ Moore there, my friend. Now, Josh says non-BBR Smith or Chase. Give me Chase. Have BBR sit 1. Jefferson, Olave, Puka. Thanks. Thank you, my friend. We will be benching Olave there. Now, Joseph says Zamir or DJ Moore at the flex. Give me DJ Moore over Zamir. Aaron says a full BBR Pitts, Downs, or Spears. Tough spot. I think full BBR format, however, you probably go Downs. Less excited about it now that Pittman's good to go. But Justin says full BBR Mixon or Zamir. We had Lamb play. If you had Lamb play, it's a tough spot. I think both guys are similar. I'm going to go Mixon if it's a full PPR format. It's very close, though. But a couple housekeeping things. One, I want to remind y'all, we have a Flock meetup 2 weeks from now. If you are in Texas, essentially, I better see you in Austin, Texas, January 13th, 2 Saturdays from now, Zilker Park. Second thing is, for the championship, Underdog is hooking y'all up, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 special pick'ems if you use code FLOCK. Both Patrick Mahomes more than less than half a total yard and Jordan Love more than less than half a total yard as well. Please make sure you take advantage of that. You can find that link in the description. Code FLOCK is going to get you set up with both of those, our Dynasty Fantasy Football rankings, and a 100% deposit match. And last but not least, this is probably going to be our last live stream. We may live stream later tonight if we have a sweat to win 20,000 on Underdog or not. And if so, I hope we get to see you there, but we will see how the games get played today. And if not, we will be primarily uploading on the Dynasty Football Flock YouTube channel from now on, where you can just look up Dynasty Football Flock. It should be the first thing that pops up on YouTube if you want to check out our videos through the offseason. And JT says, happy BR, start 3, HN, Zeke, Pittman, and Mixon. I'm going to go with Zeke, Pittman, and then between HN, Mixon, give me HN. Dude Jazzy Jeff says Zamir, Devonta Smith, HN, at BBR. We got to choose 2. I'm going to go with both running backs. Go Zamir and HN. Aaron says full BBR pick 3. Kyron, White, JT, and HN. Give me Kyron, Rashad White, and Jonathan Taylor. Bench HN. There, my friend. Okay. Now let me see if there are any other injury news, any updates with like Jamar Chase or anything before we log off. Okay. Nope. There's no other news that we had not already covered. But good luck, everyone. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out all season with us. Now is the time to take it home. I'm wishing the best of luck. And yeah, thank you for everything. Y'all made 2023 amazing. I can't even imagine 2024 being this good. So thank you for everything. And really wishing the best of luck today in your matchups.